Sure. Good afternoon. I'm Benjamin Robbins, R-O-B-I-N-S, the Vice President of Operations here at Tampa International Airport.
Okay, everybody good to go? Okay, and so I'm going to let Ben start off with just a quick opening statement, and then you can feel free to ask some questions. So Ben, it's all yours.
All right. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tampa International Airport on this wet and slightly rainy day. Here to talk about some of the operations and impacts that we've seen. So right now, TPA we are full go. We never suspended operations during the tropical storm event, during Tropical Storm Debby that turned into a hurricane up to the north. But we were fully operational throughout the event. In fact, yesterday we launched 70% of our flights, the other 30% canceled. But we were maintaining arrivals and departures throughout the event yesterday. And what we're seeing is about that same level of arrivals and departures. 70% of the flights are maintaining their arrivals and departures, about a 30% cancellation rate. We had our emergency operations center stood up throughout the weekend, and it was a very successful operation. We maintained, there was no impacts to our facilities, no impacts to the runways or other facilities of that nature. We have 3 general aviation airports. Peter O'Knight downtown sustained a minor power loss, but is back to 100% full capability. So it's a normal day for us at Tampa International Airport. For customers that are flying, please check with your airline, whether it's their website, their social media apps, or call the airline to to check in with whether your arrivals, your departures are on time. They will have the most up-to-date information. So with that, I will open the floor to some questions.
Ben, with these tropical events, it gives you an opportunity to refine the playbook. Can you talk a little bit about that and how proud you are of the fact that things went smoothly?
Yeah, it is a complete team effort, from operations to maintenance to police, our procurement team. It is a fantastic collaboration. We start off in our emergency operations center. We communicate with our leadership, make sure we have good direction, and then we do a fantastic job of communicating with our partners and hear their feedback. We want to be in sync as far and as wide as we can possibly go. So we have set what I call a battle rhythm throughout the day, much like City of Tampa and Hillsborough County Emergency Center and the Department of Emergency Management from Florida. We maintain those rhythms with those routine updates, morning, midday, evening, and then we refine the process and send out information. Luckily, this storm, for us, was not a major wind event. It was pretty soggy, but it was pretty low sustained winds and some gusts. But for the most part, like I said, we were able to operate throughout the event. But yeah, the team operated fantastically, and the passengers were very patient with us, so thank you for the time on that.
I know we've got another question. Go ahead. But I know we've gotten a lot of questions about this. Everybody's asked about this ground stop at Tampa International Airport. You just said that the airport continually stayed open. Can you explain what that means?
Yeah, so there's really a 3-way partnership when we have operations every day, and particularly they get focused during events like this. You have the airport management, that's us, the Hillsborough County Aviation Authority that runs TPA. You have the airlines and the tenants that are actually moving and controlling the passenger flow. And then you have the FAA with the tower and their centers and their route centers and their control system. So we all work in partnership to move passengers, to make that infrastructure go. So we take our cues a lot from the airlines and what their schedules and what the pilots and the crews are able to get in and out based on the weather conditions. The FAA has flow control into the state, so much like a super highway, you can only put so many planes, cars in the air through the system as storms are going through with the weather conditions. So not only Tampa, but Orlando, Miami, all of the major airports down to the small airports have to work their way, and the FAA has to coordinate to make sure that highway is clean and safe. Safety and security, that's the most important thing. So I know travel plans are important, but the number one thing is it safe, is it secure, and are we able to do things right?
I know traveling gets really stressful for a lot of travelers, cancellations, delays. Any message to people who are stuck in this difficult situation?
Yeah, the most important thing to that point is talk to your airline, whether you're at the airport and you can talk to the ticket counters, calling their toll-free numbers, using your apps, looking at our displays. So really the airlines are going to have the most up-to-date information on how your travel is doing. They're the ones that are they are looking at this from a nationwide perspective, and they have hubs and connections. So they're really the ones that are going to give you what you need to know for your flights. And of course, if you're stuck at TPA, we have fine concessions and you can kick back with.
It may be sunny here over the next couple days, but this system is forecast to kind of get up towards, Georgia and the Carolinas. That could still impact flights. I mean, what should people expect if they've got flights in and out of?
And so you can expect, as we recover from this, as the FAA air traffic control structure and the hubs recover from this. Remember, this storm is a hurricane. It's moving up through Georgia and South Carolina. Atlanta is a major hub. There's a lot of major hubs that will have weather impacts, and the airlines will have to recover from that. So they will meter the flow back into Florida, back out of Florida as that storm moves through. So we ask that you be patient and, again, work with your airline to get the most up-to-date communications. We expect that we'll continue to feel some of these effects over the next couple of days. Any other questions I can help with?
You guys all good? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully that was helpful.